Hello, I'm Simon Croydon from Scalable Software. And I'm going to be talking in a few very short video blogs about what our customers are telling us about the merger and acquisition processes, which seem to really be picking up in recent months and years. During a merger and acquisition integration, CIOs are responsible for continuing day-to-day business functions for employees, as well as combining IT departments, typically that provide the company functions such as HR, finance and operations. While many companies are merging due to obvious synergies, it's quite frequently discovered from an IT perspective that there's a significant challenge in rationalising the total IT resources required, often with the end goal of simply reducing cost. While mergers and acquisitions are not new, what may seem a fairly simple task of taking stock of the inventory of both companies is nothing short of a monumental task for this combined IT department. The task isn't about simply rationalising hardware and software, but determining standard applications for deployments, sorting software licenses, identifying potential audits that are coming up on the calendar. Procurement processes need to be aligned, planning for hardware, real estate, securing the environment against cyber threats. The shopping list really is terrifically long. When entering the planning phase in this integration activity, you need to know what resources are at your disposal. An acquiring company needs to have a complete and itemised list of which IT assets are owned by the acquisition target, how they're used, as well as which assets may need to be replaced following the acquisition. Also, which software, for example, can be merged together if we have two applications from different vendors that carry out the same function. Should we be rationalising to one? There's an opportunity there. Additionally, companies involved in divestiture need the ability to untangle which core systems are involved in the operations, and in which operations. For example, if a company wants to sell a piece of its business, it needs to know with certainty whether associated IT costs will disappear once the transaction is complete, or whether they're going to hang around in perpetuity. Shared assets, such as a data centre, may leave the divesting company with sunk costs is just simply unable to recover due to the nature of the investment. All too often today, the acquisition target can't supply anything more granular than a list of hardware, software, network elements purchased probably recently. Anything more specific, such as service mapping, which can be all important, is likely to be either unavailable or inaccurate. So being able to create and maintain this level of integrated view could be tremendously important in this activity. When two organisations are combined, there are usually opportunities to eliminate unnecessary duplication and overlaps. One obvious piece of low-hanging fruit is the combined investment that the businesses have made in software. Why buy new software licenses if there are some lying unused in the merged company's estate, for example? Looking at the holistic piece, the combined organisation's IT estate is really a key piece of work. In reality, though, the opportunity is much bigger than this. Huge gains can often be made through removing and repurposing software that is installed but unused, or alternatively installed and underused. The challenge lies in finding these opportunities and acquiring the data with which to exploit them. We all know how to remove a piece of software from our organisation, but do we know exactly which ones to remove? A prime example here would be a simple piece of software like Microsoft Visio, which we know is not going to be required by 100% of the users in our organisation. But when they receive these diagrams, the request might come in via a self-service portal or elsewhere. And we need to know when that's no longer required. Asking the users may work, or we may get unreliable results. So having something in place that allows us to say, without recourse to human error, this piece of software is no longer used, is no longer required, or can even be replaced by a piece of free or cheap viewer software, has got to be key to us. This is one of the things that we've been helping our customers with as they engage in this type of merge activity over time.